Okay, you have your printing station set up and you're ready to take your first print. We're going to be layering some prints on top of one another. So the first one, you want to start with your lightest colors. So I'm going to open up the hinge. I'm going to take the toweling off, set that aside because you'll need that later. Each station is going to have a small palette with just the primary colors and a popsicle stick to take the paint and put it on your printing plate. So like I said, you're going to start with your lightest color, and I'm taking a small scoop of yellow and a small scoop of magenta. And I'm going to just set that away so it doesn't get... You're also going to need a brayer, and the brayer is what rolls out the paint. Now, often we use a printing ink, but I've taken a class on this technique and it works best with the paints, the acrylic paints we're going to use. Now I think that should be enough. I'm going to roll out just a little bit more yellow, but you can see that the paint has covered the plate, so it should be good. Alright, now to add, I'm going to set this aside. You always want to set your brayer face up like that. If you do set it, if you have a tray, you can set it down, but make sure the handle is off the edge. Alright, so I'm going to have some textures for you. I have this, and I'm just going to, well, first I'm going to use this. This is going to give you a fun texture, and I'm just going to, and then you're going to have a baby wipe, and you're going to wipe that off because you'll want to use it again and not have colors mixed up. Then I'm just going to place this on the side here. I'm going to take a piece of toweling, and only on this, not on the wavy line, I'm just going to blot that and then lift that up and take it off and set that out of the way. Now, I have to get everything else out of my way. I'm ready to take my first print. Fold that back over, and with my flat hand, I'm just going to rub on the plate. And you want to feel for the edges so you get a nice print. And now I'm going to peel this up. Ooh. And there, let me see if I can move my camera over. There is your first print. So after that, let's go back to this section here. You're going to take a wipe, and we need to clean that off. So I like to put the baby wipe on top and roll in one direction to get the excess paint off your brayer, and then take this and just wipe that clean. Okay. All right, I think we can do a second color now. So again, I want to make sure my materials are clean. And this time I'm going to go a little bit darker. So I'm going to take some, well, why don't I just take some blue? And if you want to make sure that you've cleaned off that, I'll take a little bit of yellow. And now I'm going to take the brayer and I'm going to roll this. Now we've been making stencils, and you're going to take your stencil next. Okay, put this up, but I'm going to put this out of the camera. Oops. And I'm going to take my stencil this time. Oops. And I'm going to place that down. I don't want to get my fingers messy. And now this time I'm going to keep the stencil there, and I'm just going to roll this over and rub. And peel this back. Ooh, look at that. And there's your print. Now I'm going to take the pumpkin off and set that aside, and you can come and get a blank piece of paper and just put on top, and we're going to take a ghost print of this and see what happens with the ghost print. Same thing, rub it, And the ghost print is really nice because it also helps to clean off your printing plate. I kind of like that ghost print. So there is your print. You're going to, this is called a mono print because you're just taking one at a time. You're going to clean that plate off and make sure you clean the brayer as well, because you're preparing this for the next person to print. Okay. So I'm cleaning this all off, making sure it's nice, putting this back, and then taking my prints away. I hope you have fun.